Welcome to Mama Jen's Kitchen. Let's make the all-time favorite of the Filipino people, Buko Pie or coconut pie. We need 4 packs of sliced young coconut. Each pack of this is 16 ounces or 1 pound. So we need 4 pounds or 4 bags of this sliced young coconut. But each pack has water with it. So once that you drain the water from these 4 packs, the weight of the meat itself only will be 631 grams or 1.39 pounds. So that's the total amount of grams or pounds of the sliced young coconut meat that we need in this recipe. Okay, let's start the buko pie. Okay, then let's set this aside first, and then we're gonna go ahead and do our buko pie crust. Need 3 cups of all-purpose flour and an extra 1 tablespoon flour at the end of this video. Then add 3 tablespoons of sugar, then half teaspoon salt. Then mix all the dry ingredients together. We need 1 whole egg, then a half cup cold unsalted butter or 8 tablespoons of the cold unsalted butter. Then we're gonna cut in the butter into the small pieces. Then we're gonna whisk the egg so it will combine with the flour. Make sure you already prepare your ice cold water because we need the ice cold water. We need a half cup of ice cold water. And then later on, we will be also needed 1/4 cup ice cold water. We're gonna pour a small amount of this water at a time over the mixture, and then we need to gently mix it using with our pastry blender or fork. Okay, and then grab your 1/4 cup of ice cold water, and we're gonna pour it here gradually also. And we're just gonna keep mixing it like this until this flour, this mixture will turn into like crumbly. Okay, then with the use of our clean hands, we're gonna shape this dough into a ball. Our hands is a powerful tools in making a dough or in baking. So with the use of our great hands, we just need to press this, massage this dough so that the butter, the water, and the flour will incorporate it. So they were all mixed together. Because once that you're doing this, you can still feel that there is still some chunk of butter that's still there. So we need to smash that so it will mix with the flour. Keep kneading it until we reach the right consistency of our dough. Once it's formed into a ball, it should not be sticky. So if you encounter that your dough is still sticky, we need to add additional flour. So our dough is sticky, so we need to add 1 tablespoon of flour. Don't put too much flour, so just add the 1 tablespoon. Keep kneading it until the dough is no longer sticky. Then once we're done, we're gonna put this aside. Let's transfer it in another container and seal it with the plastic wrap or the clear wrap, and let's set it in the fridge for 30 minutes. While the dough is inside the fridge, we're gonna go ahead and do the filling. We need 2 cups of coconut water or coconut juice, and I found this one in the Asian store. It's a fresh coconut juice or coconut water in the coconut shell. So what we need to do is we have to remove the top where there's like a hole for the straw. So we need to take that one out because if you insert the straw, that will not work to pour the juice out. So you have to make a little hole or a little opening on the top. In 1 coconut shell, I have approximately 1 cup of coconut water. So I do have 2 of the coconut shells. If you can find any fresh coconut shells or just like this one, you can always use a coconut juice or a coconut water in the can, but make sure no sugar added, because if there's sugar added, it will be too sweet. So find something that there's no sugar added. Okay, so now we do have the 2 cups of the coconut water. I transfer it in 1 bowl, and I added a 1/2 cup of cornstarch. So we need to dissolve the cornstarch with the coconut water. Then we're gonna add a 1/2 cup of powdered milk, and I used non-fat dry milk, or you can use a skim milk. Then just give it a stir so they will mix. Then after this, we're gonna add a 1/2 cup of white sugar. Add also 2/3 cups of water and 1 tablespoon of vanilla. Then add 1/2 teaspoon salt. Once that our mixture is all incorporated, let's go ahead and turn on our stove in a medium heat, and then we're gonna transfer our mixture in a pan. Give our mixture a little stir, and then we're gonna place our coconut meat. We need to keep stirring this so that the cornstarch will not get sticky at the bottom. So we need to cook this until this mixture or the consistency turns just like this. I think this is all good. It's all cooked. Alright, so we have our dough in the fridge, so we're gonna go ahead and get our rolling pin and make our dough crust. Just sprinkles a little bit of the flour on our working surface. Then this dough, we're gonna cut it into half, so one for the bottom and one for the top crust. Okay, let's grab our rolling pin. And then we need to evenly press the dough as we roll our rolling pin. We need to maintain the same amount of the pressure while pushing down and rolling out with each stroke. Now we're done with the dough, rolling off our dough. We need a oil spray in our pan. I do have here a 9-inch foil pan. Just make sure that every part of the baking pan has oil. Then we're gonna move our pastry dough to the pie plate. So we need to roll up the dough on our rolling pin, and then we're gonna position over the edge of the pie plate, and then we're gonna unroll it. Then cut the excess pastry beyond the plate edge. Then with the use of our fork, we're gonna poke the dough so it will allow the steam to escape while it's baking. Okay, now we're ready to put our filling inside of our pie crust or pie pastry. So just fill it up. It depends how much you want, but not overflowing. So I think this is just all right. Okay, let's go ahead and prepare our top crust. So same procedure. We just need to flat the pie crust and then roll up to the rolling pin, then position the top on the pie plate and then unroll. And then also trim the excess dough. Then we need to seal the dough by pressing it or using fork. Okay, then we'll just use our fork to have a little decoration at the edge of the pie. And then with the use of the knife, we need to poke it to make a little slit so that the steam will come out. Alright, and then we need an egg wash. So I just whisk one egg and then we're gonna brush it on the top of our pie crust. Okay, with my ingredients, I do have some excess filling and I do have some excess dough for the pie crust. So I have like tiny pieces of a baking pan. So I think the size of this is like 3.5 inches. So I did the same procedure. I put the oil spray, and then also you're gonna put the crust. So same thing. So if you want some giveaway for your friends, you can use a tiny pie crust molder. So while we're doing this, let's turn on our oven. We're gonna heat it up for 320 degrees Fahrenheit or 160 degrees Celsius. Now this one looks like a flower, huh? Okay, we're ready to bake it then. So just arrange it in the baking sheet pan or the cookie sheet pan. Okay, I do have a 320 degree Fahrenheit, and then we're gonna bake it for 55 to 60 minutes. If you like my coconut pie or buko pie recipe, please click like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell. Thank you! Until next time, God bless!